Okay, so today I'm back with yet another Sephora Holiday Gift Sets video. I'm going to be sharing what I think are the best and worst deals, and I think I have like 10 or 12 sets to talk about in today's video. I did do 3 other parts to this video, so if you want to hear my thoughts on even more sets, I'll link them in the description box below. The first 2 videos had a lot of sets that I didn't think were a great deal when it comes to value, and then the third video had a lot of amazing sets that I actually think will sell out. So depending on what you want to watch, I'll make sure to indicate that in the description box below. But today I wanted to chat about all of the sets that have launched within the last few days. I also think I have a few sets that I didn't mention in the first few videos that I'll go over as well. I am doing a drugstore version of this video. I need to film it and edit it, but it should be up within the next few days because a lot of drugstore brands are also launching sets. So I wanted to talk about those too. But for today's video, we're going to be focusing on some more sets from Sephora. So let's jump into it. Okay, let's start with this set from Colé. I really like this brand. Everything that I've tried, I've really loved. Their powder, their mascara, their lip oils, they're all so good. So I'm curious to try more products from the brand. I actually have one of their lip oils in my Sephora cart for the upcoming VIB sale because there is a shade that I do want to purchase. So if you do want to try these, they actually released a hydrating lip treatment oil set. This set comes with 3 full-size lip oils. So you get the shade Reflection, which is just a clear. You also get the shade 517, which is a rose gold, and this one actually has shimmer in it. So I think they have like 5 or 6 shades. The majority of them don't have any shimmer. This is a little bit of a newer launch, and it does have shimmer, which I haven't tried either one of those. And then Romance, which is a cranberry red, and this one is actually a set exclusive. I do really like the Romance shade. If they sold that separately, I probably would have picked it up. So these are normally $20 each. So for about the price of 2, you get 3. I do have one of these. So I have the shade Smitten, which is a really beautiful bright pink. And I will say these have a little more pigment than other lip oils I've tried. They're pretty thick. They almost feel a little bit more like a traditional lip gloss, but I do love them because I feel like they stay in place well. And as they wear off, my lips do feel really hydrated throughout the day. The shade that I actually have in my cart right now is the shade Excellence. And I think I'll still go with that one because I've wanted that one for a little while. If they included that in the set, I probably would have grabbed the set. But I do think this is a really nice option if you love the formula or if you've been wanting to try it out. Haus also launched a set of lip oils as well. I've heard really good things about their lip oil formula. I haven't tried it myself, but this comes with 3 of their permanent shades, which could be a good way to try out multiple shades at once to see if there's a certain shade that you really love. Although it does look like it is a pretty sheer formula. But again, I haven't tried it. So I don't know if there is going to be a big color difference on the lips between the 3. Unlike a Colé, that formula is a little bit more pigmented. So I feel like you do get a distinct difference between the shades. So Haus does sell a mini lip oil for $14 in both the sheer pink and the clear. So they're claiming this set has a retail value of $42, which is technically true because they do offer a mini for $14. But personally, when I'm doing the math, I always like to base it on like the price per ounce compared to a full-size product. And in that case, if you compare these to the full-size lip oils, the minis really aren't worth $14. They're worth more like $8.57, which is quite a bit less. It's actually a really small lip oil compared to the full-size version. The full-size product has 7 milliliters. The mini has 2.5 milliliters. So this set, in my opinion, really is worth $25.71, which is a big difference from the $42 they're claiming. And it's actually worth less than what you're paying for the set. Also, you can get a full-size lip oil for $24, which is less than the cost of this set. And that might be a better option anyway, because I've heard people say the minis are hard to use. I was watching a video recently, and I can't remember who it was, but they were saying like the actual applicator, there's like a design flaw. So it's hard to get the product out of the minis. And if you read through the reviews on Sephora's website, a lot of people say the same thing. Again, I haven't tried the minis, so I can't say for sure. So if you have tried them, please let us know in the comments because I feel like it could help people save money, and maybe it would just be better to go with the full-size version anyway. Haus has another set that I wanted to talk about. It's called the Atomic Shake Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick Set. So this one is $39, but it's a $52 value. And that does check out because one full-size lipstick is normally $26. And in this set, you're getting 2 full-size lipsticks. So this is going to be available on October 27th. It is up on Sephora's website, but you can't get it quite yet. And I haven't tried this formula, but I remember when it came out because it basically looks like a super opaque, shiny lip gloss, but I think it's supposed to dry down and be transfer proof. So you get the shade Burgundy Shine, which is like a newer exclusive shade. I actually think this shade is gorgeous and really perfect for this time of the year. If I was to wear a liquid lipstick, like this is the shade that I would typically go for. It does have some mixed reviews on Sephora's website. So some people like it, some people don't. If you've tried this, I would love to know what you think. I don't really know that this is the formula for me. If I do wear a liquid lipstick, sometimes I'll still reach for like a matte formula, or I like almost like a velvety blurring formula that's not completely transfer proof, but feels a little more comfortable. And when it comes to this set in particular, I don't love like that warmer pinky peachy nude. I just don't think that would be super flattering on my skin tone. I do love the burgundy shade, and that's how they get you because that's not available separately. It's only available in this set, but it's not the most amazing savings. Like I said, they're normally 26 each. If you break this down, it's like you're paying $19.50 for each. So you're basically getting 25% off each one. And I don't know that I would wear, I know that I wouldn't wear both shades a ton. I really just like the one shade. So this set isn't for me personally, but if you love this formula and you love both shades, then it might be worth checking out. So in my last video, I mentioned the Urban Decay All-Nighter set, which was such a great deal because you got 2 full-sized all-nighter setting sprays. And I don't remember the exact breakdown, but you actually got like an amazing discount on both of them. So if that is one of your favorite products, I'll link it below. I highly recommend checking it out. At that point, they hadn't launched any other sets, but Urban Decay did come out with an eyeliner trio since then. So this one comes with 3 full-size eyeliners. It retails for $39, but it's $75 in value. And that does check out because Urban Decay's eyeliners are $25 each. So you end up paying $13 per liner, almost 50% off each one. So I think that's an amazing savings if you like all 3 of these shades. And I think they included shades that would appeal to a lot of people. So Perversion, which is like their matte black, Whiskey, which is a rich brown, and then also Rockstar, which is a dark purple. I always end up going with like an Urban Decay set. If I'm giving a gift to someone in my life that I know really enjoys beauty products, but maybe isn't like loyal to one specific brand or doesn't necessarily have like a very specific preferences when it comes to products, because I think Urban Decay really is that brand that a lot of people love, like a lot of everyday consumers. Maybe not people who have huge, giant makeup collections, but people who enjoy makeup but maybe don't necessarily run out and buy it for themselves. So I probably will pick that up as a gift for someone in my life. I'm not sure who, because again, I haven't started my holiday shopping yet. But I think Urban Decay always makes some really great sets for that reason. I know they have one at Ulta. It's not at Sephora, but there's like a mini setting spray, a mini eye primer, and then a mini eyeliner. That's a great set too. I'll link it below if you want to check it out. I was going to do a whole separate video on Ulta gift sets, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So if you want to see that, let me know. Glossier came out with a few sets. The first one is their Mini Cloud Paint Gel Cream Blush Duo. It comes with their best-selling shade Puff and then a new limited edition shade Rise. Puff is a light cool pink and then Rise is a warm terracotta. I haven't tried this formula, but based on the description, it sounds like it is pretty dewy, definitely more on the sheer side. I don't think this is the best deal when it comes to value. A full-size Cloud Paint Gel Cream Blush is $20 for 0.33 ounces. This set comes with 2 minis. They're 0.13 ounces each, so it breaks down to be $7.88 each or $15.75 for this set. So again, this is another case where you're actually paying more than what it's worth. You're getting $15.75 worth of product, but you're paying $23. And I know, again, I always say this, I don't want to be overly repetitive, but if you didn't watch my other videos, I know when it comes to blush and lip products, like if those aren't things you go through quickly, sometimes it's nice to have a mini and have 2 different shades. But I will say a lot of brands did really good blush sets this year. Actually, in my last video that I filmed like this, that I just uploaded a few days ago, there were a lot of great blush sets. Like a ton of brands did really good kits where you could get like 2 for the price of 3. They had like good variations. Their formulas are really nice. So unless you love this formula, I think there are better options out there. If you want some more recommendations, I'll link my other video below, but I think they could have done like a little bit of a better deal. I know Glossier as a whole tends to have more affordable products, especially for Sephora, but it just doesn't seem like you're getting a ton of product in there. And when it comes to a gel cream formula, sometimes that is a formula that I personally can go through a little bit faster because I feel like I end up using a little bit more. So I don't plan on picking that up. I wouldn't really recommend it unless you love the formula. Glossier did another set that I think is actually way better. This is their Glossier You 2 of You perfume gift set. So I've heard really good things about Glossier's fragrance You. I personally haven't tried it, I haven't sampled it, but I know a lot of people really enjoy it. It comes with sparkling top notes of peppercorns, white florals, and then a warm, slightly sweet center. So the full-size Glossier perfume is $68. It comes with, I think, 1.7 ounces, and then the roller ball is $28. So it's basically like paying full price for the perfume and then getting the roller ball for $10. If you love this fragrance and you feel like you go through it and you want to have like the full-size version and the roller ball, then this might be a nice way to get both for a little bit of a discount. I just go through perfume so slowly, partly because I like to switch it up. I think partly because I just don't use a ton of it. Like if I'm wearing perfume, I'll just use like a very light amount so it's not overpowering. So I personally don't really need like a full-size bottle and a roller ball in the same fragrance. But if you're someone who likes to apply your perfume on the go, it might be nice to have the roller ball to like throw in your bag or bring with you when you travel, if you don't want to bring like the full bottle of perfume. Based on the packaging, it doesn't really look like you could split them up and keep them in packaging. Like you'd have to take them out of the packaging and then gift them, which is totally fine if that's something you want to do too. But I do think that is a nice option. There are a ton of fragrance sets on Sephora's website. I can't break them all down because we would be here all day, but I do think depending on like what type of fragrance you love or if you want to gift a fragrance to someone, there are some nice options. I actually just got this fragrance in my FabFitFun box for winter. I'll link that video below if you want to check it out, but this is from the brand by Rosie Jane. This is the Home and Away Dulce perfume set. So it's $82, but $103 in value. And again, you get a full-size perfume and then also a travel spray. This one smells so good. Normally, I don't choose fragrance without like testing it on me first. But when I was choosing what to get in my FabFitFun box, I read the notes online and I was like, I'm going to take a chance. I'm glad I did because I really like it. It's a warm and spicy fragrance. It has vanilla, chocolate, and hinoki wood. I would say it's weird, but it kind of reminds me of the Kaja pistachio fragrance. I don't think the notes really are all that similar. It's like a very cozy, very warm fragrance. And then there's like a hint of sweetness and a hint of spiciness. So it's a little bit more, I guess there's like a touch of spiciness the Kaja one doesn't have, but I really do think it is such a nice fragrance for like the fall and the winter because I love the vanilla mixed with like the chocolate and the sweet and the spicy. It all comes together so well. So I think that's a really good deal too if you do want like a full bottle and a roller ball, or that's not a roller ball, and a travel spray. Or if you get FabFitFun, I do recommend choosing that for your box because it smells so good. Okay, I wanted to mention this set from Ilia. So I haven't tried these products. I know this video includes a lot of products I personally haven't tried. So if you've tried them and you love them or you hate them, please let us know in the comments below. But this is the Colorways Multi-Stick Cream Blush and Highlighter set. So it's $48, but $80 in value. Actually, I did the math and it breaks down to be more like $74.40 in value. So they did round up to 80, but $74.40 is still a really good deal because you get a full-sized blush, a mini blush, and then a mini highlighter. So the full-size product is worth $36. It's their blush in the shade Whisper, which is a peachy pink. And then the minis are worth about $19.20 each. So you get the shade Come Sunday, which is a new shade. It's a coral pink. And then Cosmic Dancer, which is a soft champagne pearl. I haven't tried a lot of products from Ilia. I do really like their mascara. I haven't tried any of their blushes or highlighters. Have I? I feel like I'm mixing up Ilia and another brand. Maybe like Rose Ink. The packaging is kind of similar. I do like the Limitless Lash Mascara. Yeah, I mean, I really haven't tried much from the brand, so I can't speak to the quality, but this is a pretty good deal when it comes to value. For $48, you're getting a full size, 2 minis. So if you love the brand or you've been wanting to try a new formula, that could be a good option. So Kaja launched a set this year called the Charmed Heart Face Set. It's $39, but $78 in value. It comes with 3 full-size products. Last year, they did a set that came with 2 of their mini glosses, and I loved that so much. Or was it last year or the year before? Maybe it was 2 years ago, but I purchased it and I used those so much. I feel like they're discontinuing their glosses because on Sephora's website, they only have 2 shades left. And I hope that's not the case. I've been wanting them to launch additional shades for years at this point. But they just recently came out with their lip oils and now I feel like they're kind of phasing out their lip glosses. But anyway, this set does not include their lip glosses. It has a Beauty Bento eyeshadow trio in Peach Madeline. This retails for $26. I don't think I have that trio specifically, but I do have a couple and I do like the Kaja trios. I think they're a little bit expensive for what they are. For $26, you get 3 shadows, but if you can get them on sale or you can get them in a set, they're really nice to have. They're just cute. They're really nice for travel because they are small and compact, and they have some of the most beautiful shimmer shadows I've ever seen in those trios. You also get the Cheeky Stamp blush in the shade Saucy, which retails for 27, and then the Jelly Charm lip and blush stain in the shade Peach Fuzz, which retails for 20 Peach Fizz, which retails for $25. This isn't a set that I feel like particularly excited about. If it maybe included one of their new lip oils or one of their glosses, I might be a little bit more interested in it, but I do like their eyeshadow trios. I think those are beautiful. I've tried their Cheeky Stamp blush and it's fine. It's not my personal favorite product. And then I haven't tried their stain, so I can't speak to that. But it is a pretty good value if you've been wanting to try more from Kaja. I wish they would have launched another lip gloss set because that was so good. So Grande Cosmetics actually launched like a bunch of different sets on Sephora's website and Ulta's website. So there are a few options depending on what type of Grande Cosmetics products you like. I know they're most known for like their Grande Lash and then also their Grande Brow, but they have other products as well, including like mascaras, eyeliners, brow gels. I feel like they do make some other products that are good, but their standout products are definitely their serums. And then you get 2 mini products as well. So if you were already going to repurchase the lash serum, you might as well get this kit because for $1 extra, you get 2 other products that are worth $25 and $38. So you get a mini grande brow. It's an 8-week supply worth $38. And honestly, you can stretch this longer than 8 weeks for sure. I use the Grande Brow. I usually use it every other night, and I feel like it works just as great as when I use it every night. Now, initially, I did use it every night, but for more like maintenance, I feel like every other night is perfect. And then you get a mini Grande mascara, which is a conditioning mascara. I think it actually has their serum in it, and that retails for $25. So out of all of the Grande Cosmetics sets on Sephora's website and Ulta's website, I thought this was the best deal because I feel like most people want the Grande Lash. Like that's what they're really well known for. And for the price of that, you're getting twice the value. And if you grab it during the sale, it's an even better deal. I mean, that applies to everything, but I think that one is a really great set. Another brand that I think does a lot of great sets that's kind of underrated these days is Buxom. There are so many good lip gloss formulas out there, but Buxom still makes one of my favorites. I always buy one of their sets for my mom for Christmas because she loves Buxom glosses so much, and you can get some really great sets. So the one that I wanted to highlight that I thought was the best was the For the Win Plumping Lip Gloss set. So it's $49, but $84 in value. In this set, you get a $28 lip serum. This is their Plump Shot. It basically is supposed to make your lips look really full when you first apply it, but then also over time. And then you get 5 minis that are each worth about $11.26. Buxom minis last forever. Like I had gotten some of these sets and then like a few years later, I still had lip gloss in my collection, which I know might feel like a long time to keep gloss. I did declutter them over the years as I felt like they expired, but really with Buxom's formula, like a little bit goes a long way. It's not the type of formula that you have to reapply quite as often as others because it is a true gloss. Like it's not a lip oil lip gloss 2-in-1 where it wears off quickly. Like it actually stays in place pretty well throughout the day. I mean, in the end, it is a gloss. So if you're eating and drinking, you will have to reapply at some point. But I just find that Buxom glosses in general last a little bit longer on the lips. So I always recommend these sets. I think they're a great deal. They do have a few other options, but that one was my favorite. This is not a brand new set, but I never touched on this. It's from Beauty Blender. It is their Enchanted Beauty Essentials set. It's $50, but $80 in value. It actually comes with 3 full-size beauty blenders. So the regular one, the BioPure one, and then also the cranberry one. They're each worth $20. So that alone is a savings of $10 if you were to purchase all 3 separately. But then you also get a couple of other products. You get 2 solid cleansers that are worth about $10 each based on the size. And then you get a little silicone mat too. I'm personally not a Beauty Blender fan. I mean, I wouldn't say I have anything against Beauty Blender. I don't really see the hype with Beauty Blender compared to other beauty sponges that are more affordable. But that being said, I don't really use beauty sponges super regularly in my makeup routine. I'm definitely a brush fan. But if you do love Beauty Blender, and I know some people do, like some people swear by Beauty beauty blender, it might be worth grabbing this set because you can save a little bit and you get those extra added products like the solid cleanser and then also the little sponge or the little silicone mat. The last thing I want to mention is from Bare Minerals. I don't think there are actually a ton of Bare Minerals sets on Sephora's website. Ulta did have a few, and Sephora did have a blush duo, which looked really nice, but it sold out pretty quickly. So I don't think they're going to end up bringing that one back. But if you're looking for a good gloss set, this one is the Shining Moment Mineralist Lip Gloss Duo. It's $25, but it's $44 in value. A full-size Bare Minerals lip gloss is $22, so it's basically like buy one, get one free with like the extra added $3. And I do like this formula. If you haven't tried it, I feel like it's a true balmy gloss. Like it definitely feels moisturizing. It has like this cushiony feel to it. It's not an overly shiny formula, like an overly glossy formula, but I feel like it's pretty nourishing. I feel like Bare Minerals is a little bit of an underrated brand. It's not my personal favorite brand. Like I feel like the products I try from the brand are always really good, but they don't always appeal to me. Like it's not necessarily my personal makeup style, but I rarely hear like really bad things about the brand. People generally love their products. So that is definitely the case for me when it comes to their blushes and those lip glosses. I think they're really beautiful. So that's a great deal if you're looking for a nice lip gloss set or to give as a gift, because I feel like a lot of people would enjoy that formula. Okay, that's everything I wanted to share with you in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that you're enjoying these videos. I'll definitely do another one if more sets are released. Maybe I'll do a video on like an Ulta version. I am definitely planning that drugstore video. I already like wrote everything out. So that video should be up within the next few days. And if there's anything else you want to see, like any other websites or brands that you want me to break down, let me know. But thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I will see you very soon with a new one. Bye.